This is what looks like a relatively new crew as far as like player characters go. So let's try to get a good description of what your characters are all about. And let's go ahead and start with Yogg, or Homer, right at the top.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm Homer. I'm role-playing as Yogg, who's role-playing as a halfling. He's a bit uglier than your average halfling and has extra large ears, but he covers it up mostly with his normal size, but for him, oversized wizard's hat. Yogg is small size, speaks with a slightly, he's speaking like he has a halfling accent, but it's like slightly off. He's got a classically checkered past for a rogue. He joined the Vanguard, recently his Vanguard tattoo is stopped. It's finally like healed. For like the longest time, it was like nasty and gross. But it's finally healed up, and that's sort of to emulate. He's starting to feel like he's a part of the Vanguard and like connecting. Let's see here. Yogg loves a good prank more than anything else. Most recently, he's been focusing on helping poor street orphan children get jobs so they can stop being a drain on society and finally start contributing.
Yikes. That was both very nice and insulting.
Yeah. I love it.
And then that was a good introduction. Next up is going to be Chris. Who are we playing today?
So I'm going to be playing a new player today. I'm going to be playing Magnus Ravehammer. It's going to be playing. He is a Cyborn Scion. He's in the Scion class. He is he kind of, when he was younger as a Cyborn, or as a Cyborn, the clan that he grew up in, or the city where he grew up, like the Scions, the Cyborns were very much a collective of like minds that like you needed to be contributing to the city, the society. And so a lot of your thought, it's like not a lot of it, but some of your thought had to be going to something that contributed to help maintain their society. But he was always more into like using his Scion powers to kind of tear stuff apart, rebuild it. And then he was with somewhere and he heard music, and he started to kind of get this love for music, which eventually kind of turned into like he was doing a lot of music within his head. And then he got a hold of a concertina, like a little small accordion, and he started using that to kind of let out some of his like aggression or like that pent up energy that he had. And he got into kind of like a techno style of music. Definitely did have techno maybe in this area, but it's kind of like what his version is called a veil step. Yeah. And it's a very upbeat style, techno-y, medieval type music, if you will, that he plays with the concertina. But he uses his Scion powers to play it. He doesn't actually use his hands, but that came at a cost. It kind of broke his mind a little bit. So he does have a vulnerability to psychic damage because of that. But he's all about a good time. He loves to party, have a good time. He actually got shunned by his brother, his family, which got him kicked out of the community. So he kind of grew up kind of honing a lot of his powers on his own. And the only thing he doesn't like bullies. Other than that, he'll do whatever it takes to get done, like whatever it takes. If it breaks the law, it breaks the law. What's a law to him? He's just there for a good time.
I think him and Yogg are already friends.
Yeah.
And last but not least, who are we playing today, Cody?
I will be playing Yurei, and this is gonna be really funny because I don't know how you plan to start this session, but she is not a mage of the Vanguard yet, but she's 100% posing as one. So that'll be just kind of like funny and interesting. Like she is very mysterious, but she's basically mechanically she's a spellblade. Narratively, very much just kind of a necromancer. And, we'll see how that plays out. It'll make sense. But yeah, so that's kind of it. Oh, she doesn't really speak also. She uses like this enchanted skull, which is her magic focus, as like when she talks, the skull talks for her. So that way I don't have to embarrassingly try to voice a very feminine character. So that's how that's going to go. It'll be fun.
Very cool. All good descriptions for everybody. And I have to say, this is probably the best troop that we have for the job before you today. We've already gotten a little bit of a preview here in a adventure description, but let's go ahead and start somewhere a little bit different. Because today, you already received your job assignment. It's a very, very typical one. All you're really doing is overseeing the cargo getting shipped from the Thessalara Empire. It pretty much just got here. You just got to check it out, make sure everything's on the up and up, you're basically doing paperwork today. So as you guys are getting through to doing your business for the day, you're basically just chit-chatting, doing a little bit of just random assignments with your crew here in front of a cart that's currently getting emptied by a couple of the workers from the like Merchants Guild. You're basically just looking over shipping and receiving. As all of this is going on though, one kid that you may not recognize, at least most of the people, just starts to sneak up on you, slips a tiny little note in Yogg's pocket, and then walks away. And then in that little note here, you're going to read just a few things. Collection interest, number 3. Roots left, untended, will spread. And then just a couple of more notes that Yogg might be a little bit familiar with. Very short descriptions, saying, and kind of trying to tell a story without really telling the story, almost like it's in code. Small little notes that say, the rats are vanishing, wolves walk in silence, and someone's pruning Garvin's garden. While all this is going on, you're like reading the notes to get the lowdown of what's going on. The kid just walks away. And that's where we're gonna go ahead and start. To give you all of the information from the adventure preview, this is where we start. Just looking over a little bit of a cart shipping and receiving thing, and you just got some troubling news.
Very interesting. What is our what's our surroundings right now? Are we hanging out in the tavern discussing all this, or we are out somewhere?
So for the most part, you're just at the Merchants Guild. There's like a place where the carts go in and out of. They'll unload all the cargo, maybe load it up and ship it out. You're basically just standing in the waiting area, making sure that the stuff from a foreign country is not weird and gonna explode.
Okay.
So we're kind of, so we're like in a warehouse district type of thing, like a merchant district. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I would say that like while all that's going on, Magnus don't even really care. He's just on the side. He's not really paying. He's just playing his concertina. Got the music going in his head. Is what he's kind of doing. He's not really. He's paying attention, but not too much attention to what's really going on.
Okay. I feel like it's safe to say that Yogg, for the most part, was kind of the one that, quote unquote, organized this today, or at least organized us, because he was like the one that was involved in some of the previous stuff, right? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like Yogg. I mean, I don't know. I hate to put you on the spot, but you're kind of the boss. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that I think that probably makes sense, right? So Yogg's like, Magnus is, you're both like pretty new to the Vanguard, right?
Oh yeah.
Or at least he would assume you're new. And so he's like already probably kind of vibed with Magnus a little bit, like liked him, probably likes that Uray's kind of like weird. And it's also like, also wants to maybe like, you know, poke at that a little bit, see is there something suspicious or, you know, what's going on with her. So he's like, this is a perfect opportunity for him to watch you guys as well, I think, is part of the planning of this. Since we have to sort of watch them, he can be watching you at the same time.
I like that. For the record,
so
Uray
I think
has
he will
said like nothing yet at all. I've just been around, and maybe the question came up like, you're working for the Vanguard? Because I was just around kind of thing, and I just like nodded, you know? So that's all you got from me so far.
Yeah, so he's like, all right, I guess you come along, let's go. You know, we got some work to do. Let's go keep an eye on some things. There's probably been some issues. So that's part of the reason we're here, to keep an eye on things. And probably Yogg has been getting bored if you guys aren't like doing too much. So he's probably done a little bit of juggling along with the music from Magnus. But then he's gonna like, so he'll try to subtly look at those notes and then probably have some way of disposing them, you know. And then be like, all right, guys, listen up. I've just got word. So let's see. Oh, I accidentally copied in the notes from the brief on top of mine. Anyways, so I just received some notes here. You guys have probably heard about that smuggling ring from Garvin, those gross little were-rat people. Those guys are starting to randomly show up dead and disappear. So someone is making a move and we need to go do some investigating.
Magnus, without really, so just so you guys know, FYI for you, so Magnus being a Cyborn Scion, mainly a Scion, he has telepathy as his flavor feature, so he has telepathy up to 10 spaces. However, I also took the Cyborn trait that has a telepathic like basically an extension to my telepathic range. So it's going to be 100 space, or I think it's like 100 spaces for Cyborn. So when I speak to you, a lot of times it's going to be telepathically, but I'll make sure I'll say it so that way you know whether I'm talking or not. But I telepathically.
I just love that Magnus does neither of you talk.
He's liking that.
Yeah. So Magnus is just gonna be telepathic to y'all. Whoa. I don't know his voice I'm gonna do yet, so I'm just gonna be regular. I don't know. He's just gonna be like, yo, what do I care? I don't care about rats getting killed. And he's just gonna keep on like just going to the beat. What do I care about rats getting like killed? Who cares, man? That ain't for me.
No, they're not like. If it was just actual rats dying, that would be fine. We collect them and eat them. Like it's just more food. The issue here is that these are smugglers. They're were-rats. This is related to our job today. You know, we need to go figure out what's like happening to these guys. Because as great as it might be that this underground group is having problems, it's not us that's causing them a problem. So that is troubling.
Smugglers. Yeah, I've known some good smugglers in my days. Yeah, that might be able to, and Max is already just thinking like, what kind of good stuff can he get?
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm with you. Whatever you need, y'all. You just let me know. I'm with you. You just tell me where you need me at.
And
You're gonna.
The workers are relatively done loading and unloading. It was a boring day for your job, and it's getting close to the end. So you guys could kick off for the day and just do whatever you'd like. But if there's anything that you want to do or check out while you're currently working, now's the opportunity. And I will say it's getting later.
Okay, it's later in the day.
Yeah.
And there was nothing in place, nothing at all. You said it was a boring day, so like we didn't even find contraband or anything. Like there's just watched people do their job.
Yep. It was basically just the Thessalar were fortunate enough to send you exactly what Enza ordered, and then we were happy.
Okay.
You do hear just a little bit of rumors as you are, in the place of business for the Markets Guild or Merchants Guild, but it's just faint whispers that don't really mean nothing. Like I heard Jimmy was gone the other day, and obviously a were-rat isn't necessarily somebody who's a rat 100% of the time all the time. They're a living, breathing person doing stuff 99% of the time. So if Jimmy or Timmy is gone, then that might just be a were-rat or something. But, just faint whispers that don't necessarily add up at the moment. You're over here for some of the workers.
Are you saying they're people too, just because they're were-rats?
Well,
I think
90% of the time.
Actually, yeah, 90%. I think Yog would think that these workers might actually have some info. So he'll probably go over and maybe he'll go and start to put a coin in everybody's left shoe. But this time, do it noticeably, and then stare at them as they have to bend over and get out of their shoe because get it in there really far, so it's kind of awkward to get back out. And then while they're doing that, he'll be like, "Oh, since you're taking a break, I was curious if you guys could tell what have you heard about maybe some people going missing or anything about what was the name of the group? Wasn't there a name for it for Garvin?" The
Good
gang.
question. I don't remember the name of the gang if they had a name.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It was some time ago, so I do not remember what the name of the gang was. Sorry.
I'll just say the Rat Gang.
Mm-hmm. It's very likely that's probably what it is, to be honest.
Was it the Rat
Yeah,
Pack?
hey, have you heard anything about the Rat Gang? Or, just kind of trying to pump for information as they're awkwardly, probably trying to put down a crate so they can, because the coin's jammed in an angle, so they can't even walk right until they stop.
Totally.
Hey, since you're stopping for a moment, let's chat.
The whole time you're going around investigating, Ure is just going to be your shadow, right behind you the whole time, saying nothing.
The name of the gang was the Rat Brew Gang.
Rat Brew Gang. Nice.
Good job.
Yes, thank you, Chris.
I may have took a lot of nerd notes during my watching of the episodes.
It's helpful.
You're amazing.
Yeah.
But do you mind getting a roll going for maybe some sort of persuasion or intimidation, whatever you think you want, to try to convince these guys to get some information out of them?
Definitely. First of all, how many workers do you think it was? So I'm actually gonna subtract the gold out of mine.
Oh, sure. There's probably 4 workers on the floor right now. It's getting a little bit later, so it's not a populated room, but there's still enough around.
Yeah, I think I'll probably just do an influence. He's not the most influential guy, but he's doing his best. 14.
Okay. It's not bad. And with the bribe, it definitely helps. even though they had to do something awkward to get it, but no one minds. For the most part, most of these guys are just like, I don't know anything about rats. Rats are kind of weird, but I will tell you that I haven't seen Jimmy in a long time. He's one of the dock workers. And, you know, Donald down at the tavern, he's been missing for a little bit too.
Maybe we
I don't know.
find places
I don't really know where they're going.
Would there be like a dock foreman or?
So Enza is a completely landlocked territory, so there's no dock.
Oh yeah.
But there would be.
I meant like I think dock foreman is what I'm thinking of, but that's not like the word I'm looking for. But like
I do know what you mean though.
Like
Someone
warehouse,
who, like oversees travel.
Well, it's someone that oversees like all the product,
These
like, the stuff
workers.
coming in.
Right.
Like
Okay, so like the Merchants Guild people.
Yeah, like is there someone there, like a representative that like oversees these goods coming and go, that oversees the goods coming and going, like a boss person,
Like a shift manager type of a, you know, or like a,
Right.
or the person above them. You know, maybe they do the scheduling. That's what I was thinking. Maybe that's not what you were thinking, but that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So for the most part, there is somebody who's in charge. They're not necessarily here right now. Everyone's kind of kicked off for the day. But at the same time, if you did want to get some of that information, it'd be pretty easy. Like people, even in this time of day, really have to punch in and punch out to leave. So you could probably just look at the wall and see an employee list.
Real quick, y'all, what did the notes say that you were given?
I don't think I wrote down exact. Do you want to know like exactly what the notes were, or do you mean like in character? What would Yogg say?
In character. Yeah, either way. Whichever one.
Why do I feel like that was like, that's not what I wanted, but let's do that.
Yeah, either
What
way.
Yogg?
Yeah.
So out of character, it was. Let's see here. No, you said actually I missed the first part, but then it was routes unattended will spread. The second part, the second note was the rats are vanishing, the wolf, or something like this. The rats vanishing, the wolves vanishing. Someone's pruning Garvin's garden.
Yeah, it was the wolves or the wolves move silent or something like that.
Yeah, the walk in silence.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I got the rats are vanishing, wolves walk in silence, and something in a garden.
Oh, yeah, Garvin.
Someone's pruning Garvin's garden.
Ah, that makes
and
sense.
then the first thing is collection interest number 3.
Oh, I wrote that, but then I thought I must have miswrote it.
Nope.
Okay.
No, this is.
And so I will also say collection interest number 3 and routes left unattended will spread are not in the handwriting of the guy who handed you the note. The handwriting for the next 3 things are the note that says collection interest. That's in a very intimidating type of calligraphy-ish handwriting. Honestly, it's intimidating, but it's like the most proper legal doctrine type of writing that you've seen.
Okay. Do I think that there's going to be anybody, maybe the Merchants Guild offices this late in the day? Because that's where my mind's going.
Wolves walk in silence. Someone pruning Garvin's garden.
I tell you what, most of the people at the Merchants Guild are kind of gone. They were just hoping to use you guys for the bodyguards. At the moment, if you did want to...
What if we went, hey, what do you guys think about go? Like, we go and talk to Herger there and see what he knows about any of this merchant stuff. You know, Herger he's always been a good, from what I've been told, and I hear Draven always talking about old Herger
nonstop.
when he's walking around, you know, the courtyard. He's like, oh man, he's always like, he's doing his worst impersonation of Draven. Hey, my friend Herger is always out there in town, and he always does all this cool stuff with merchant stuff. You know, that's or however Draven sounds, I don't know. But I mean, maybe this Herger guy might be able to help us out with some stuff.
Yeah, sure. Herder's always there to help.
Do you guys think that he might have some info or might be able to help us see if there's some insight he would know about it?
You never know. He's a
Okay,
businessman.
there's nothing funnier than you playing someone making fun of someone else that you play. That's insane to play.
Yeah.
Second of all,
crazy.
that's a great idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that, because I'm assuming he's like moving up the ranks at this point. Like as his place is expanding, he's getting all these new workers, and like he's got to have some kind of influence at this point, right? He probably knows what's going on.
Oh yeah.
I would think
imagine
so. Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. My next thought would be basically just like poking around to find the last known location of the people that are missing from the, these people or whatever. and maybe we can just directly investigate wherever they were last seen or whatever too. But yeah, I'm down for either. I think that'd be good.
I just want to find out. Yog is just going to want to find out what tavern they usually frequent.
There you go.
Because the Donald or Jimmy, one of them hadn't shown up at the tavern recently, so they probably have a local hangout. So I think
these
that
are
way
like, these are like laborers, so they're gonna, they're at a tavern.
Well, that was
you know what I'm
connected.
saying?
Well, that
We're
was connected
also
to our
going to be
tavern.
we're on the poorest side of town right now.
Okay.
And this is going to be a kind of a rinky-dink rundown tavern if they're the ones hanging out and around.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just remember their whole thing was part of our tavern when the guys went down through the basement and all that. They get connected. So if we would be able to find out wherever. Yeah, I think Herger might maybe have some info for us, or know maybe some rumblings through the merchant guild of maybe people using smugglers is what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm fine with starting there. I think that's a good idea.
Definitely. And it's getting a little bit later in the day, so you're kind of the first time in a long time, one of the only people in Herder's shop.
Nice. Is he like closing, like wrapping things up?
For the most part. He's never one to turn down a friendly smile or a little bit of coin. So if you're walking in, he's helping. Or at least one of his employees are.
I could lead the way, but he knows Yog, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Definitely Yog. Gog is like, I'm now the person in charge today.
He's just owning it. Yeah, that sounds right, actually. That's awesome.
Hands on hips, like he's going to come strolling in like he owns the place. Like, Herger, there you are. It's been too long. I need some information.
It's good to see you, young friend. What can I do for you? Another potion?
Oh, yeah. My colleagues here will definitely need potions. They've got plenty of money to spend. And I think Yog is going to try to flick a coin into like onto the hat of a worker if they have a hat, or like down the back of their shirt or something. Like he's tipping them, but like in the most obnoxious way. Like he was just...
Okay. Do you want to give me a fate roll just to see how that goes?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't want any
This is
modifiers. Let's make it B.
Oh, yeah.
So that
I
actually
was
did
hoping
pretty
it was gonna be a
well.
one.
You actually got it right on the bill of someone's hat, right? They were kind of wearing a hat just like you. It's rolling around just a little bit, and then it falls like right into their beard because Herder's got a couple of dwarves working for him now.
Oh. I forgot he's got the dwarves now. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And he'll just like give him a wink. He'll be like, "That one's on me."
He's just
But
Fishing through his beard.
yo.
yeah, then he's like, "All right, Herger, I need you." He's like, I know that you've built up quite a bit of influence, and you're practically running the place over at the Merchants Guild now. So I need the update. What's the up down on that no good low rat brew grain? Like he's gonna just completely mess up all of those.
Definitely.
But he's talking with confidence. Like he's like acting like he's saying it right, but he's not. He's not.
Mm.
He doesn't know how to talk this way.
Herder is someone who's not a stranger to maybe some of the more underhanded dealings, maybe throughout the city or even himself. And he's just kind of gonna like scratch his chin a little bit, and he's gonna be like, "Oh man, you talking about Garvin? There's lots of money to be made with him in charge, I tell you." Well, I haven't heard of anything from them in quite some time. Oh yeah, now I know why.
While Herger's talking, Magnus is going to be kind of on the side back there, and he's going to do I'd like to do an insight check on just Herger, like to see if I can tell if he's lying or whatnot. Or actually,
Shooting straight so far.
Do I have? No, I don't think I have any traits that let me. I can do telepathic link. No, I'm just going to do a insight. I just want to do an insight.
This is maybe not possible, but I was actually going to ask if I could assist him because maybe I shouldn't try. But I was going to press him a little bit.
I got the beat going in my head right now.
But from what you can tell, he seems like he's telling the truth. To be honest, you kind of like are like looking him up and down. You're trying to like see into his, eyes, see that soul, but then you get a little bit distracted by his nose, and then you're like,
That's
oh,
awesome.
it's too late. Never mind. I'll save it for. So as a scion, for like, because I'm doing him as a level 2. He has mind sense, and I can read the I'd make a spell check contested by a target's intelligence save, and I'd be able to read their surface thoughts.
Okay.
I'll remember that next time. I won't do it this time. The roll is the roll.
Yeah, maybe if
Definitely.
we linger for a sec, then
Yeah.
maybe can use that.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the
Magnus ain't paying attention.
So Yog, after he hears that, he's like, oh, I haven't heard from him in a while. He's gonna pull out like a little sack of coin, like from like an armpit pouch, so it's like a little bit sweaty, and he'll be like, it sounds like your memory's getting a little flighty, like maybe there's, and he's gonna like jingle it a little bit. Like, what is there something I could do to maybe help like weigh down those thoughts, make them a little bit easier to remember?
He's gonna say, I didn't forget who I'm talking to, fella. You're gonna have to persuade me to know that maybe your lips are sealed too.
Oh.
I'm gonna
yeah.
telepathically. I'm gonna telepathically tell Yogg, hey, just go ahead and throw that pouch up on the counter there. And when he does that, I'm gonna use my telepathy on objects, and I'm gonna make the coin sack hit harder to make it sound like there's a lot more coin in it than what there probably really is.
Oh, cool. That's fun help.
Definitely will do that. Yogg's immediately like, this is I love this guy. He's immediately gonna do that.
And then you go ahead and you guys can go. One of you guys or both of you guys can roll some sort of influence, or one of you guys can roll with advantage.
There you go. And you'll as soon as the armpit sack of coin hits the counter, Ray slowly just like plugs your nose and just kind of like holds your nose plugged.
Hey, you roll your influence on that, and I'll just give you a help. I'll just roll a D8 help die for you.
Okay. But you said I could roll with advantage?
Yeah, you can roll with advantage.
Oh yeah, if you can roll with advantage, then you might be good then.
You got this. You got this.
Oh yeah, I don't.
19.
That was
yeah, I
pretty
don't
good.
even-
Advantage helps.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like you would just see Magnus over there like kind of on the side. He would look as that coin bag goes up, like as y'all kind of throws it, and he's just gonna like reach out and just grab it and make it thud, like make a thud sound, like it hit harder. Then there's probably maybe only a couple coins. I don't know how many coins would be in there, Yogg.
Well, 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it sound like it's a bag full of like at least 20 or so. Like I'm gonna make it hit with the weight.
And I think Yogg, to convince him, would maybe he'll like pull up a pant leg or pull up a sleeve and like show him some scars and be like, look, you know my story, like you know where I'm from, like I'm also trying to make us some more money here. Like he's gonna be like, look, I've got a lot of protection with the Vanguard, a lot of connections. If we can help him out, like he's obviously having a hard time right now, like this could really benefit both of us. That's how I'm gonna explain that 16. Yeah, they're 19, excuse me.
No, you did great. And honestly, he's just going to pretty much believe what you're saying. And it's going to be reinforced by the fact that the giant gorilla and the stone guy is not there, because he kind of thinks they're too goody two shoes. You know what I mean? So he's like,
Yeah.
all right, I think
Honest
I can
guys
tell
aren't with us.
Yeah.
So he's just going to lean in and it's going to be like, all right, maybe it's been a little bit less long since I've heard from Garvin than most people. But it really has been a little bit since contact has been cut. He's always got another deal that you'd be looking for. And honestly, when it comes to potions, there's, let's just say, a not so savory part of potions that people don't really like. And sometimes you have to deal with unsavory people to be able to get things for those potions. Like, for instance, if you wanted to make a potion of sealing, but making it so no one can exit that specific circle, you would literally need the blood of a living animal, one that you're probably going to be trapping. And if that's a person, that becomes pretty hard to get. But that's just one of hundreds of examples when it comes to rituals and potions that are kind of unsavory.
But now you hear the door lock. You raise just like over by the door locks, just slowly turns back around to listen from the door.
Hey, Magnus is gonna. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna say to y'all, well, then ask him who he's dealing with now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, who are you dealing with now then? If we're not getting Herger, or you are Herger. If we're not getting Garvin, you're not getting stuff through him.
Well, I'm not sure if I should really tell you all this, but if you don't want to go through Garvin, you can just go in person. And he's just gonna sit there just rubbing his head a little bit. All right, if y'all are actually on my side here, I think I can show you one of the best places around Enza to find something you might not be looking for. And he's gonna start explaining to you the like hard part of town, right? Kind of the place you guys were down by, and around like around the tavern that's like really rough and gruff and stuff, where all of the like different kinds of workers who don't have a lot of money would end up. There's at least 15 different abandoned buildings. That's kind of like a section of town. It hasn't been completely like dozed over yet, so that way we can just rebuild it. So it's kind of like the slums, if Enza even had one, but it's not meant to be populated in a way. So he's going to describe this one specific abandoned building.
Sounds good.
It's found
Sounds
in the
like good
poorest
intel.
district, and it's got broken windows all throughout the front. Furniture completely covered in dust, except a shelf that's scraped along the side of the back wall. Lift the floor panel, and you'll find your answer. And he's going to say, I can't tell you any further.
I love this.
Any more information, and some people might actually be on my butt about it.
No, this is plenty, Herger. Ever since he got ran out of that place under that tavern, I've been looking for him. So this is what I wanted.
Definitely.
Magnus is so Magnus is very fluent in common sign. He doesn't like to let people know really about his psionic powers type stuff. So I'm just gonna sign to Herger. Hey, like I'm just gonna be signing, assuming that I'm just gonna assume he knows, and I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna sign. While I'm here, I'd like to get a level tier 2 health potion while I'm here. And
Okay.
just curious if Herger would even be able to read common sign at all.
Yeah.
So-
So yeah.
No,
To Herder,
believe
right?
it or
You
not, yes, Herder is actually very fluent in nearly any language that you could think of. Not all of them, but he is a learned
Yeah.
scholar in specifically the language sector. So he almost, without skipping a beat, does the couple of hand signs that's necessary to get your answer.
And I think what the tier 2s were 75 gold or 100 gold, something like that now. I don't remember.
I think the tier 1s were down to about 75 gold, and then the tier 2s are supposed to be 150, and then we brought those down a little bit. But I can't really remember off the top of my head.
I'll just
I think we had
I'll
the
just
chart.
throw him 150. I'm just gonna take 150 coins out and throw it on the counter.
Okay, definitely. And he's gonna say, keep on bringing the coin over here. And you said your friend Draven brought you in. Was that it?
And I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna sign back. Yeah, whatever. Draven, whatever. That goody two shoes.
Ravens, whatever.
He's always
Draven,
and I'm
whatever.
gonna sign back. Yeah, he's always chatting about you, but I didn't come in because of him. He's busy talking with plants.
And then Herder's gonna laugh from the sign, and then he's gonna say, you know what, you Radiant Vanguard are all right. And then he's just gonna put a couple of more coins in a bag, like next to what seems like his normal coin pouch. And he says, well, whenever he's ready to pick this bag up, you just let him know. And then he slaps a bag of coins. This is from all the royalties from bringing in me some business. But anyway, I'm starting to close, you guys. Is there anything else I can do for you?
No,
I'm
I'm
good.
good, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, try to have a great night, everybody. And he's just gonna like kind of be ushering you out the door while he's walking with you to the door.
I'll unlock it.
I'm not gonna lie, that was creepy. I was wondering what Uray was gonna do.
I just wanted to make sure you knew it was quiet, like, hey,
Yeah.
privacy time. That's all.
Time to
Yeah, no,
start.
I'm good. You guys want to head to this abandoned building that he was telling us about? You guys want to go straight there, or you guys want to go? I think we should just go straight there.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
I think so as well. If you want, Yog would be willing to grab that and actually take it to Draven. As much as he might be acting like he does that, he would actually take the full amount to Draven.
Magnus ain't gonna reach for it. Magnus don't care to take anything to Draven. So
So Herder might actually just wait for Draven to take it, just to be sure.
Okay.
He is a learned businessman, and he
Smart.
knows not to
Yeah.
hedge bets with anyone.
Yeah.
After I just spent all that time telling him, trying to convince him I'm a man of the streets, then yeah, I can take this for you.
that makes sense.
Why don't I bring this to him?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And it is actually getting kind of late. Let's say you guys left around 6, 7 o'clock, right? The sun was starting to go down. You got to Herders around 7, 8. We've been starting to do a little bit of conversating, and now it's 8, 9-ish. It's starting to be the point in times where people are in taverns or in bed.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
And you guys said you were heading to the abandoned house?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. And as it is starting to get really, really, really late, well, not that late, it's only 9, I'm just old, but as it's starting to get late,
It's so late, 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh my! It's 8:30. It's so late. I should be in bed.
but you guys do hear a blood-curdling howl throughout the center of the city in the direction you're moving.
Perfect. A howl?
A howl.
Could I perhaps, like, can we tell what it is? That's what I'm
You
trying
can
to say.
give an investigation check or something.
Okay, cool. Yeah. We'll do that. Okay, it's a +3. Let's see what we got.
Can Yogg make one too? Like if he recognizes what that's from, kind of creature
Yeah.
or something.
Dirty 20 with mine.
Doing good.
Can I just assist him? Or-
Yeah, that's fine.
Nailed it.
Oh wait, I forgot. I didn't roll that right at all. Can I roll awareness?
Sure. I don't-
It's so much better. It's a 7 now.
We're doing
Thank
good.
goodness.
But honestly, this might be a little bit funny. Yogg, you're gonna hear the howl, right? And you're immediately gonna assume that it's like from someone you know. You're gonna think like maybe that's a distressing signal in a way. So you're gonna like anxiety, pace quicken a little bit. But Yura here, she's gonna key in to this howl, and she's gonna understand that the howl sounds like a wolf howling at the moon, but it also sounds like paper flapping in the wind is what caused the howl.
Oh, so it seems like an animal, but possibly harmless, not necessarily like a warning thing. Maybe. Is that what you're saying?
So combine the sound of paper flapping in the wind and a wolf howling, and then you're the one who identified it sounding like paper flapping in the wind as well as a wolf howling.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Dang, I can't.
Yogg's gonna be like, we gotta go. We gotta go investigate that. Someone could be in trouble.
Honestly, I don't know what to make of that necessarily, so I don't know if I'll say anything. I might just keep that locked in my head, and just be like, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
we're gonna check it out either way. Let's figure it out.
Yeah, Draven's just gonna be like, not even really. He just wants to get back to the tavern. He's got a set that he wants to be there for. So
Definitely.
I'm not even. It's getting to be late. It's party time.
Yeah.
It's just party time for Magnus. So
Ooh, yeah.
I think I said Draven a minute ago. I meant Magnus. This is party time for Magnus. He's just ready to get whatever done.
That's probably
Sounds good.
Yeah, I say we just keep marching on. Basically, we'll be aware. If Yogg gets too far ahead out of anxiety, might like try to stop him. But yeah, I say we just keep checking it out.
Definitely. And with the pace quickened and in the direction of the howl, you go for just a few more minutes before you're kind of on the bad side of town, and you'll see something dead smack in the center of the road. As you get closer and closer, the street almost seems a little bit darker, and as you get closer and closer to this thing in the center of the road, you realize it's a body. Just
Oh,
the body of a man. It doesn't look like they're any particular type of person of importance. Just a basic worker, maybe from the tavern, maybe from the bakery. But you do notice that like their nails started to elongate a little bit, like their nose started to elongate just slightly, almost as if they were about to transform into something.
holy moly!
Okay.
How close are you guys to the body too, by the way? Like, did you walk all the way up to it, or you keeping a safe distance?
I think
mean-
Yogg wouldn't have. He would have noticed too late. He would have like stopped once he noticed, but he'd be like pretty too close,
Yeah, I agree.
uncomfortable.
I like the thought that we just stumbled upon it basically, and we're just like, oh crap, there's that. At which point I'm gonna
Wait.
actually like kind of like reach back behind my robe kind of thing and like pull out shield. So I actually am wearing that now.
Okay.
All right. So how close are you guys then?
To I
Yeah,
say,
Magnus is gonna run into one of you guys. I don't know who Magnus is running into because he ain't paying attention.
I think we're
I
probably
feel like it's a pile
strung
up.
like a string.
Yeah, it's a pile
Yeah.
up. You might run into me and then I'll run into Yogg.
Yeah. Magnus is just he's got the beat going. He don't even realize that like whatever the howling was going on. He just thought we're just going to like. I just feel like Magnus is like ready to go. So I wasn't really paying attention, and I'm just walking. I'll probably just,
wondering
I
if-
won't hit you hard, but I'll just walk into one of you.
Like Yuri heard that a lot better than I did. So like I think maybe there's a bit of a gap between me and you. And so like Yogg had gotten too close, been like, oh wait a minute, that's not just a body. There's something going on there. But I feel like you would have been a lot more hesitant and probably noticed
Fair.
that it wasn't a regular body and stopped. And then I took like 3 more steps. and then maybe Magnus ran into you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%. That makes perfect sense.
So I'd say we're probably at least what 5 spaces away, 4 or 5 spaces away then from the body.
I'm probably only like 1 or 2,
Yeah.
and then you
Okay.
two are like further back.
Yeah, I'll like turn around
Definitely.
and just like basically just like shove Magnus and then take out the shield and just kind of like, you know, like what eyes kind of thing. Like use your eyes.
What's going on, little one? What's the deal? What?
I'll just point over at the
What's up?
body and just be like, you know, just like, what are you doing?
Oh, what is that? I'm not saying out. I'm not talking out loud. I'm talking telepathically. Like Yog, what is that? What is that?
This isn't a regular this isn't a regular body. This is someone who maybe do they look like they're not breathing, right?
No, they're definitely dead.
So this is someone who's died mid-change is probably what I think happened. Like
They're definitely dead. It looks like they were examining the body a little bit more. Just a cursory glance, you can see claw marks all over the body.
oh,
So
this
I do have a Scion. What is it called? A Scion feature that I can use Mind Sense. So I mean, essentially, I'm going to spend an MP, but it's an AP and an MP, and I can open my mind to detect the presence of other creatures within 10 spaces.
Okay.
So immediately after seeing that body there, like Magnus would just immediately just kind of be like, kind of on guard at this point, and I'm just going to try to see if I can sense anything within 10 spaces of Magnus himself. And I'll spend an MP for that.
yeah, I think y'all will probably be like,
And
Magnus, keep an eye out. Yuri, come help me investigate what's going on here.
Yeah, and I'll kind of
And
like
it
nod
says
and rush over there.
It says for 1 minute, you know the location of any creature with an intelligence of -3 or higher within range, even through full cover.
Definitely. And I'll just go ahead and give it to you. You don't even have to spend the MP. You don't feel anything within 10 spaces of you other than your comrades.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I'll let them know, and I'll just let everyone know. Yeah, we're clear right here. There's no danger immediately right here.
That's not a huge. I mean, 10 feet, 10 spaces, right? 10 spaces, not 10 feet.
10 spaces.
10
Right, 10 spaces.
Okay, so that is that is decent, especially in a
Yeah.
city.
It's not too bad.
There could be people in the building. If there's a ton of buildings, it could potentially even be on the roof, and we wouldn't sense them. Well, I guess
Sure,
Yog wouldn't know
but-
any of this, so never mind. Ignore all that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna investigate. I think Yog is gonna be like just investigating the body, checking pockets, open the mouth, look
Can
inside.
Before you start touching that body, check it for traps.
Too late.
Just make sure it ain't rigged.
Well,
And,
how fresh do these wounds look?
And it explodes.
They're basically still
Oh.
bleeding.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh wow.
I think I'm immediately diving in there.
Yeah. Okay.
See if I
Definitely.
can see, and especially, and I'm actually, you know what? In that case, if they're like still like that fresh, I'm gonna be more brief about the body and more of the scene. Are there tracks? Is there blood trail? Stuff like that. Are there blood drops?
So the only anomaly that was weird was the section of this street was darker than the rest of the street. And obviously when you guys entered into this dark section of street, your shadows would have darkened as well. But that's the only strange thing that's not even really that strange. Dark is dark.
I'm gonna use my my warhammer I got. I'm gonna kind of pull that off my back, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
use my bound weapon feature, and I'm going to illuminate because it's very dark right in there. I want to brighten it up so I can kind of see better, see if we can see anything. And I'm just going to illuminate a 5 space area around us with kind of some bright light
Definitely.
to see if
And,
we and then do like an awareness or an investigation, I guess, to see if we can see any clues.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and go for that. Yog as well. You were asking about the scene. If one of you guys want to make the check with advantage, or both of you want to do it, that's fine with me.
Do you want to do it?
I only have
advantage.
I have a 2 in investigation.
Yeah, yours is better than mine.
Okay.
Hey, can't be good at everything, you know?
19.
19.
Nice.
Strangely enough, the tracks leading up to this body look like one singular person running to this spot. It was definitely a frantic running to this spot. He was definitely running at a heavy pace, kind of tripling and stumbling over himself. But it was only one track leading to this spot, nothing leading away from it.
And then I'll let Urey and Yog know, like, hey, the tracks are coming from this direction. There's no other tracks that I can see. Should we follow the tracks, the direction that they're coming from? Like, I don't see blood. I don't see any other tracks leading away from here.
Yeah, I was kind of sleeping. What are the wounds like?
It looks like they've been clawed open by a beast.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
But they also have like a snout and stuff, right?
Yes, it looks like they were in the. If there was a percentage to it, they were 5% transformed into a were rat before they got killed. So it's almost like
Really
they
just
were
enough
going
to-
to transform out of defense, and then they didn't get to.
Okay. Yeah, really just enough for us to be able to tell that's what was happening. Shoot, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to do, really. My first thought is to follow the tracks and just see what happens.
Can I still rifle through their pockets and look for loose change?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's exactly what I was going to say that Magnus was doing while he was down there. he was investigating.
He's like, hey, look, here's the tracks. You guys both stop and just like
Yeah.
ruffle through his pockets.
But I was looking more for like, I was wanting to look more for like any type of like notes or anything like that would have been in his pockets. Like saying what he was doing over there is what I was going to be looking for.
Oh yeah, maybe we'll get lucky and someone threatened him or something with a note,
Yeah.
you know?
But you go right ahead, Yog.
I mean, if you're check arty, I was thinking you were checking the area and I would check the body, but
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying.
Alex,
Go
what
for
should
it.
we
then.
do?
Go for it.
Okay.
Either way is fine. It's
we
not
do?
going to be hard to check the body. You're not going to miss much of anything, even if you rolled poorly. So search through his pockets. You're going to find just a couple of coins, maybe like 3 or 4. And because we're in the poor side of town, he looks like a poor worker from just a other place that kind of doesn't matter. And then you are also going to notice that he clenched within his fingers just very, very tightly. You're going to see a note just like you saw earlier, but it's going to say collection interest number 2.
Interesting. Okay.
does it say anything else? It just says collect an interest number 2.
It does not say anything else. Just says collection interest attempt number 2.
Oh, a 10.
Interesting.
Okay. Does this guy show any indication of being one of the workers that may have been on the Merchant Guild staff in the area we were starting at?
His clothes and stuff.
He doesn't
Third
really
under his
seem
name.
that way, no.
Okay.
I think those coins I would give 2 coins to each of these guys.
Okay.
Maybe over the next few minutes I'll just put them in their pockets if I'm the one that found one.
My first
All right, so the one note that Yogg has right now has collection interest attempt number 3. Now we found one that says collection interest attempt number 2. We also know that
Yep.
there's the other note that says
The rats are
rats are
vanishing, the
vanishing,
wolves walk inside.
wolves walk in silence, and someone is proving Garvin's garden. So there's got to be some type of werewolves, I'm guessing.
That's exactly
would-
what I'm thinking.
Would we be able, like, obviously, like, looking, like, while I was investigating, like, the body, like, I'm investigating, like I said, like, the area of the body and all that. Would I have been able to tell, like, if those claw marks that are across his chest are fairly large, like larger than what his hands would be?
They are large, but they don't look appendage like this type of a claw. They look like paw.
Yep.
Okay. The next thing. I think I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, the next thing is, unless we spooked off the culprit or something, they don't care that they left the body here, which is interesting. You know, they're just like, yeah, leave it here. We know whatever. But it's possible. These are very fresh wounds, so it's possible that we spooked them off, kind of thing. So I don't know, just something to consider moving forward. Could be something
Interesting.
not trying to cover their tracks.
I'm
Sending a message.
saying we go to where the tracks are, like, we go the direction where the tracks are coming from.
Yeah, I agree. That's our lead. I say we follow it.
If I can retcon too and say I didn't get rid of those other notes, I would definitely be showing them all.
Absolutely. And honestly, I'm just gonna lead you down the tracks, right? Came from the tavern. The guy was enjoying his night.
Okay.
Was trying to go home. Eventually, chased by something. No tracks leading down, tracking, or chasing him. He looks like he frantically ran to a spot and just spontaneously died. Dude was having a fine night until now.
What the heck?
Okay.
Would Yogg have any kind of, would there be any way for him to reach out to the Kunanun right now to like see if he could get more information from them about any of this?
Sure, if you'd like to. And don't forget about Herder's helpful tips as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll check that
I was
out.
gonna say, let's just keep going to the abandoned building then.
Okay.
I think I'll leave some marks to like let them know where I'm going
Okay.
you know, some kind of symbols that are like, I'm headed in this direction, and like, you know, I might need help, kind of a thing. Come keep an ear out or something.
So for the Kunanun, if there's a distress signal, they bite their tongue or they bite their thumb in blood and then do the crescent to make the wolf shape. So if it's
Okay.
fresh blood, then that's worrisome for people to know.
That
And that's what I would do.
That is cool.
Very cool. I know we're all kind of like doing it at the same time kind of deal, but when we track the tracks back to the tavern, do we want to consider the idea that there might be other were-rats at the tavern? And if so, do we want to warn them to stay there and not go out? Do we care about preserving them? Or is it just kind of like, let's just not say anything, and probably isn't any there anyway, whatever.
Yeah, Magnus don't care about the were-rats. They're smugglers. Like,
Fair. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily care either. So
yeah.
That would also be kind of funny, like that situation walking into a bar that you don't go to and being like,
right.
hey, if there are any of you guys
exactly.
around,
I
stay in.
I was actually thinking that it'd be really funny, but yeah, realistically, Ure would not necessarily care.
Yeah.
I think
I honestly don't think Magnus would.
the only thing I think Yag would do is I would come in and maybe go up to like the barkeep and be like, did anyone hear that? Yo, we just found a body. Like, you should alert someone.
Okay.
Because the three of us probably aren't too Vanguard-y looking right now. So like, I think, he would be like, hey, you should probably alert someone. Like, we just found a body. There was no money on it, obviously.
Yeah, especially.
But it just happened.
Ure's not wearing any kind of patch, no tattoo, nothing. So like, I'm not from the Vanguard.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be like, oh, don't worry. Somebody will get on that real soon. One thing I've learned as being a tavern keeper, it's none of my business. Wipes the club.
Respect.
You're on the bad side of town.
Right.
Yeah.
I said let's get over to that abandoned building.
Agreed.
Totally. And it's relatively easy to find. It's the one with all the windows smashed out on the front. Dusty furniture pretty much all over the place. The door basically just pushes open. You don't really have to do anything to get through it. But just like the description, there is a dresser that you could push out of the way, all the way towards the back of the house that looks really new compared to everything else in this place.
Yep, that's the one.
I'm gonna look for the floor panel that Herger said that we need to lift. I'm just gonna I'm not gonna be like using my hands. I'm just using my mind and just looking at the floor panels looking at them and just trying to lift whatever comes up.
Okay, definitely. And as it's easy enough to just push the dresser aside and find the floorboards underneath it, you'll notice that one of them is very, very loose. And as you take that out, it makes way for just another one to come out. And it's kind of like a puzzle piece that you're taking apart. And as one takes apart, takes another, you've got about 5 or 6 of these boards that have come out in these like puzzle pieces. And it actually leads down a ladder. And you can't necessarily see that far down this ladder, but it looks like it goes a decent ways.
Can any of us see in the dark? I don't think so.
I'm gonna illuminate my warhammer again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna drop it.
Okay.
And let it
lands
drop.
right on someone.
I
literally hits and kills someone.
I can either recall it back to myself. I can either recall it back, right, with it being my bound weapon. But I think I want to try to just use my telepathy to hold on to the object, because my warhammer doesn't weigh more than 100 pounds, and I just want to see. I'm gonna move it down about 10, 15, whatever spaces would be, so 30, 45 feet, to see if it goes down further. Does it go down further than that, 30, 45 feet?
Yeah, sure. So with the bound weapon, I think you only have like a space of 20 before you have to do something with it. I forget. I'm not sure.
20 spaces, and for me to be able to recall it back to myself.
Okay. So 20 spaces is going to pass in the blink of an eye, and you're going to see a very faint light just kind of down this ladder. You're not even close to, I guess, the limit of the ladder, but you're at the limit of your reach from bound weapon.
Dang. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Then I was going to recall it. I'll recall it back to myself and be like, hey, this is a pretty deep area. You guys want me to go first?
Yes.
Ure will nod also.
Yeah, then I'll illuminate my warhammer. I'll just keep it illuminated. I'll keep it illuminated on my body, and I'll make my way down. Do Do we want to look around this room at all to see if there's anything I don't think there's gonna be anything we notice in this room. I think maybe just climb down the ladder.
Maybe investigate the piece of furniture, check the drawers and stuff.
Yeah. It looks pretty run down and rinky-dink. The dresser is, for some reason, new. I think it's only new because they want it to not break on top of the hatch that they go down into. So it doesn't look like there's much around.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just keep my weapon illuminated, and I'm just gonna make my way down the ladder.
Okay. And
I'll motion to Yuri to go next.
I'll, annoyed, but I will. Sounds good. And I'm actually going to, I'm going to pull out my little spell focus. I also have, whatever. I also have bound weapon, but for the sake of the illuminate property, I'm going to do the same thing, but with my skull thing instead.
Nice.
Oh, that's going to be sick.
So I'll just be like holding that in one hand and like scaling the ladder with the other kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yog's gonna be like, guys, should we maybe consider dousing the lights? Or can you turn them down a little, maybe?
I can.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah, I'm just gonna put the skull right back in my bag. Just a number.
I'll turn it. The lights off.
Lights off.
Not maybe one of them glowing from within your bag.
Nope.
Keep the skull
it's off
going.
now. I'm just
it's
kidding. No, that is cool. Yeah. No, I do like that. We'll have a little bit of light, just enough to see.
I just dropped it. I'm just gonna drop it and let it fall.
I'll keep the skull lit up. Just right.
Yeah. Like this is like Lord of the Rings bucket in the
yes.
And then when it just, I was gonna drop it and see what happens. No. I'm just it's still on my back.
Yeah, I'll do just enough light to
comedy retract.
See the ladder as we're going. That's it, kind of thing.
Yeah,
definitely. Now I'm curious. Does anyone have negative might?
Oh, good question.
No,
I might. No, I have 0, but not negative.
Okay.
I have negative might.
You have negative might?
Come on.
Okay, by how much, may I ask?
-1.
-1. Okay.
Would Yogg, being so small, be allowed to hold on to me?
I mean, he's on top of us, so,
Yeah.
He's above us.
So the reason why I ask, yes, you are actually getting very tired. You guys have been climbing for like 10, 15 minutes. It's going down a very long way. Yeah, to the point where Yogg's hands are starting to give out. You're shaking. You're almost like you've got like
Dude, that
Yogg
would be
is
scary.
at the top, right? And then Yuri's like got Yogg's butt constantly hitting her head, like pick up your weight.
Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And I think I might maybe wait. Can I wait like a minute or two while they keep climbing?
If you want to do something to fix your situation, you can. But if you continue going to the bottom, like the other two, then you are going to take a point of exhaustion.
Is there a way I could like slide down the rails, like give us a big gap, then just start to slide, or do something like that?
If you want to do an agility check to see how well that works, absolutely.
Would Magnus notice that Yogg is
struggling,
kind of falling behind? Can I do like an awareness check to see if I notice Yogg is?
If you would like to, absolutely. But if you fail, I have a funny thing to say.
That's a nat 20. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely notice that Yogg's struggling a little bit.
Yogg, how much does Yogg weigh?
Probably, I don't know, 75. I actually don't. I don't know. I think he's about 4 feet tall-ish, is what I'm thinking. So he's. Let's see if I think of the size of my kids.
I know, right? Like
he actually might only be like 50 pounds, 60 pounds. Or no, he would be more than that. Like maybe 75 pounds.
If Magnus is noticing that, because I can lift an object that's that's up to 100 pounds. Does that count as a creature too?
I think that's up to Alex.
I mean, I feel like it'll work out in this situation.
Yeah, I feel like you could.
That
wouldn't allow it to cheese it in combat, but maybe here.
Yeah, because I can grapple. I can grapple. I mean, like you have the grapple ability. I have the grapple ability that I would just grapple. I guess I would just grapple Yogg, and this might if I gotta do like some type of roll or something like that for this, or use some whatever. I'll notice like Magnus would notice Yogg, and as he's looking up at me and I'll reach out like, hey Yogg, are you okay? How would you tell me?
This will be fun because I'm between you guys on a ladder.
Yep. And if he rolled poorly, I would have said, no, you didn't notice because every time you look up, Yuri's skirt's in the way.
I feel like Yogg would be really like embarrassed. He's trying to be
pants
all
under my robe.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, how old is Yuri? Like Yuri's not like a kid.
No, and she
She's like-
actually so like she puts on her skin is actually like more of like a reddish tint, and she actually like puts on makeup to kind of hide the fact that she's a fiendborn. She's not too open about that. So she is probably like 30.
So if
So to
Yogg,
Yogg, she's ancient.
Yeah.
if Yogg tells Magnus that he's getting exhausted, I'm gonna grapple Yogg and kind of like give him some assistance. But if Yogg doesn't tell, was too proud to tell Magnus, I'm just not gonna. I'll be like, okay, well, then I'll just tell you like, hey, let me know if you're struggling. I can throw you on my on my back.
I think at first Yogg would be like, no, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Because he's like trying to be the leader, but then he'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, actually, maybe I need a little help.
Totally.
Right. Yeah.
To carry
Because he
Yogg
does
the
like
rest
writing
of the
new
way.
characters. So
True.
there's
And,
precedence for that.
To be able to carry Yogg the rest of the way, I'm going to need some sort of a concentration check from Draven or
Okay.
Magnus.
I knew it was gonna happen. I'm gonna do it too.
Do you want like an athletic check?
Concentration. What's that usually?
Concentration would be
Probably a mental save or something, but
like a
Mental, yeah,
save?
Yeah, something to do with your head.
Okay. Oh yeah. I guess that's what it would be. So I will use mental save. Okay. 1d20 plus 4 for mine.
Come on, don't drop me now.
Okay. So real middle of the road here. Honestly, at first, when you're starting to go down, right, you're just keeping your same pace. The first couple of steps are super easy while you've got Yogg kind of just floating above you. And you almost drop him once, twice, maybe the third time Yuri finally yells at you and says, "Get your crap together!" Kicks you, and then you finally get down. But that's only because you kept hitting Yuri with Yogg.
yeah, this whole time we're like maneuvering around
Yeah.
each other on the ladder, like trying to get by so you can carry Yogg. And I'm like,
But believe it or not, you guys do actually reach the bottom of the ladder, and it's, I don't want to say it's well lit, but you do see a faint green, purple, and red glow from the different mushrooms that exist down in these long tunnels. And these tunnels don't exactly look excavated by people.
That's weird.
Okay, all right.
I want to harvest mushrooms.
Would Magnus recall anything from the previous reports of with Guja and the party going down? Like, would this be anything like the fungi that they would have talked about seeing?
So this does seem similar, but it's not necessarily the same. Not even close to the same depth. Like the Guja tunnel was almost surface level of a tunnel. This one's like down
Okay.
in the deeps.
True.
Okay.
But to harvest the mushrooms would be relatively easy. As soon as you harvest them, though, their glow does start to wane, so it doesn't necessarily keep its bioluminescence unless it's alive.
Eat it quick, Yogg. Eat it quick. You don't want it to. You don't want to lose all that. Oh,
He's gonna be tempted, but he's learned you don't try. Like, this is too dangerous a situation to try and use mushrooms. So
oh man, that's how the party starts, man.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna kind of rib. I'm gonna kind of rib Yogg a little bit. Like, me like, yeah, I just get with you, man. Like, look, you don't want to eat those. You
he's
gotta
gonna
cook
try
them
to
first.
throw a piece in your mouth while you're talking. Not like aggressively, like a toss, like
Yeah.
when you toss, like if you're catching something in your mouth, not like attacking you, but like a playful little toss of a piece of mushroom.
I think you hit me. I'll let Alex play that one out.
Hit your shoulder or something.
Yeah.
He was actually in the middle of talking. He was about to say something to you, and you just like right to the back of his uvula. He's not trying to swallow this mushroom or anything, but it definitely got right in his mouth. He didn't try to swallow it, but after like a crunch or two, maybe a piece or two got down while he's trying to spit it all out, and it doesn't taste very good. You're not poisoned or anything, but you certainly don't want that to happen again.
Okay. I'll be like,
Sorry.
oh yeah, what was that? I was just kidding about eating the mushroom, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
For the first time, Yurei giggles. It's the first time you see a smile of any kind.
Very nice.
And yeah, she'll like collect herself and then just like start walking down the tunnel.
Yeah. Yeah.
As you guys start walking down the tunnel, for a very distinct yet brief moment, you think you hear 4 footsteps instead of just 3.
Good.
Can
Just
I
like stop.
can I do my mind sense again?
Yeah, you sense anything there, Magnus?
If you would like to, go for it. Don't spend the mana though.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would just do my mind sense again, where I just reach out 10 spaces. Now that I've got a feeling, because it's not really that brightly illuminated still, right?
No, it's kind of like a dim light, and it's colored light
Yeah.
too.
Right.
Yeah. So I would just, if there's anything with an intelligence -3 or higher within range, I would be able to tell if it's within 10 spaces.
A bunch of bugs. Some of these plants seem sentient enough to have -3 intelligence, but for the most part, you're not feeling a presence of something bigger than that.
Okay. I'm not gonna say nothing to no one. I'll just keep walking.
And these tunnels, they start branching off in several different places to go, right? But when tunnel branches off, it looks like it's collapsed. Almost like if you guys have ever seen how animals or termites or ants dig tunnels, they like kind of dig them through, put the dirt underneath them, and if a tunnel is not being used anymore, it just collapses for use of another tunnel. So whenever you see an offshoot, it's kind of collapsed. You'll see 2 or 3 more offshoots, not necessarily a way you can go down. Some of them kind of make you angry because you'll like walk down them for a minute or two and then you'll be like, shit, not a tunnel. And then you got to walk down to what seems like the main path. After, let's say, 5 to 10 minutes of just walking down what's the main path now, one of these offshoots does actually open up into what seems like a hollowed out room. There's a door to this room if you guys would like to go in. It seems like the first sign of civilization all the way down here.
Yeah. I mean, if we haven't found anything like, like bones or blood or anything obviously like, an issue on the way here yet, I say we just go in, It's probably fine.
Yeah.
I will also say the path that you're walking seems very compacted, as if it's a path that's been walked several times today.
Is there like a keyhole on this door that I can like look through the keyhole real quick to see if I can see anything?
Go ahead and give it a try. And yes, give awareness or some sort of investigation, whatever is best for you.
Awareness.
Okay. Very cool. So what you see through this keyhole here is going to be kind of a troubling sight. As you begin to peer through the keyhole, you see these glowing golden lights, several of them just kind of reflecting off of the wall. And it brings you to this image right here.
Oh,
that is troubling.
Yeah.
So
Man
I
in a
can see this.
cage.
So I can see them, right?
Yes, you can see them through that keyhole. Man in a cage. It looks like the cage isn't even really that good. Honestly, he could probably break out of the cage if he wanted to, but there's glowing glyphs all around his cage.
I'm gonna reach out telepathically because
Doesn't
I
work.
have.
Doesn't work at
Oh.
all.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, so like so I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna be kind of hit with resistance then.
Yep. And it's not a you've been blocked resistance.
Yeah.
It's your magic does not exist past this point resistance.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So I'm just gonna telepathically tell the Urey and Yog what I'm seeing. I'm gonna be like, look, like I'm seeing there's a man in a cell. Looks like there's like some type of ruins. That's sigils and ruins and whatever markings that are glowing around this individual. Would I be able to know again from just previous reports from the Radiant Vanguard? Would this be Garvin? Like from what they would have told us what Garvin looked like?
So from a distance, it really doesn't look like him, right? But as you kind of like focus a little bit more, the hair is kind of similar, right? It's still got that like dirty blonde, but like it's all brown and grimy now. That nose that's really, really long from Garvin is kind of like similar now, but it's a bit crooked because he's kind of just been beat. Looking him over, it does actually look like Garvin, but a
Interesting.
very
So-
disheveled version.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just tell him, I was like, I can't really tell from this distance if that's Garvin or not. It looks like what we've been told about him from the reports, and because we know that he got away, and they told us to to keep an eye out for him. But there's just I can't tell from here. I don't really see anything else. I think we might be safe to go in.
I have a a quick thing for those that are watching this episode but didn't necessarily watch the one we're referencing. This is maybe the first point that it matters. Can we get a refresher on exactly like what we remember of Garvin?
Yeah, absolutely. So Garvin was once part of the Merchants Guild. He was actually one of the people in charge of the Merchants Guild. In fact, that power went to his head. He was somebody who got corrupt from selling Enza's goods, smuggling them into the black market, trying to make a profit, doing things under the table, and he was even seeking power in strange ways, to the point where he became a were-rat. That was kind of his shtick. The were-rats were going to rule the underworld, kind of in a discreet way, but when he was uncovered by the Radiant Vanguard, he had to flee the city, or at least so we thought.
Nice, good recap. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. I say we maybe just head in.
Do I notice if he's missing a finger by chance?
Ooh, you do actually notice that, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Then I'll tell him, I'm like, I think this is Garvin. They're missing a finger. This person's missing a finger.
Nice, very cool. I'm gonna take out my shield again, actually equip that thing, and same thing with the skull. And then I'm down to head in.
Definitely.
Yep. Yeah, I'll open the door and I'll go in first.
And as the door opens, before he even sees you guys, he's gonna just start whimpering in pain. No, don't do it. No. Just kind of scared.
Oh wow.
Shielding himself and his eyes from you guys as you walk in. The room
Who's doing
is
the
yours.
talking?
Magnus is gonna be like, y'all go for it. I can't talk to him. Like I'm gonna let him know, like I can't talk to him. Like I'm trying to telepathically talk to him, and I can't get past those signs.
I'll reach
whatever those symbols are.
I'll reach out to Yogg and just gently put my hand on his shoulder, or I guess like the top of his head. That's funnier. Yeah. And then it'll just be like this faint, just like pale green aura that kind of just like encompasses you for a second, and you'll feel a little bit uneasy, but realize that I cast guidance on you.
Nice.
Cool.
Oh, I love that.
What's a nice man like you doing in a dark, dirty place like this?
And Garvin looks up for the first time, expecting, let's say, a beating, but he looks up and he's like, "Oh, are you here to save me? I haven't done much. Not in the past. How long have I been down here?" He seems a little bit delirious too.
Oh, dang.
Might have been a little while. Are you someone worth saving?
Yes.
What?
Yes? Question mark?
I mean, I would say yes if I was in a cell.
Right? Yeah. Right.
Well, I think whether you're worth saving is going to come down to how useful you are to me.
Oh, dang.
What can you tell me
you're
about your
here-
captors?
If you're here to help, then I'll tell you whatever you need. The guy who threw me in here, well, he's a Raven Kex. He's kind of like a bounty hunter. I don't really know how else to describe it. He's someone you don't really want to mess with. Above the table, it's basically a witcher that uses anti-magic to catch its foes, whether they be
Oh.
monsters or people who are monsters.
Hate that.
So he's just going to kind of like try to describe this type of person. They hunted him down. They're hunting down some of his other rats that, he's infected, but he's letting you know that he's actually in this cell of his own volition. Like,
Oh, geez.
he just straight pushes the gate and like it goes open, but he won't come out.
What? Why not? Let's get out of here.
No. The court will get me. The court.
Court. What? What is the court?
And
What court?
he's gonna terribly explain the court of Ledger Leaf. People he's made a deal with to become a were-rat. A
Oh,
deal for
dang.
power that he's brokered from a distant force from beyond. He'll begin to explain that he brokered a deal with the Fae to get into the position of top of the marketing guild or whatever. So he used his power and influence to get to the top ranks, use that power to abuse those top ranks. And because of that, he was given the ability to turn himself and other people into were-rats. It is a great deal of power to be a progenitor of any lycanthropy. And that's power that the Fae he was in a contract with very deeply needed him to keep. not the
Oh,
power
damn.
of being a were-rat, the power to infect others.
So what is I need to know more about this deal. So Garvin, I want to know what you're supposed to be doing for them, the court.
That is the question. That's what landed him here.
Mhm. Well, I had a deal with the courts to further my influence, the influence of the city. We were to work hand in hand and bring great profit to all of us, so long as I was the one calling the shots.
The city, is Enza involved in this somehow? Because that's not a good look.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, any deal I made while being the head of, the Merchants Guild kind of has Enza's stamp all over it.
Dang, yeah. Merchants Guild always making Enza look bad, you know?
I need more names. I need you to start naming some names. And I'm gonna like pull out a little like pencil and paper and be like, or actually probably hand them to him and be like, well, start writing this down.
Okay. So
Okay,
the
great.
first couple of names that he's going to hopefully get you to investigate is going to be a good list of were-rats that he knows of that now kind of relocated to the underground. They don't feel safe being up top anymore, so they've kind of just migrated down here. And he's going to give you like a list of like, let's say 7, 8, 9 names of different were-rats that live down below. He says, please make sure these guys are okay. If the wolf doesn't get them, then Raven will.
Who's the wolf? Oh, I was thinking maybe Raven was the wolf.
Okay, so that's you've given me that's exactly what I was thinking. So is Raven not hunting is it the wolf you said? Wait a minute, did you say the wolf?
Yes, the wolf. It's what happens when you break a Fey contract.
Oh geez, that sounds terrible.
They're hounds. They're being sent out. But the ink wolf, I believe it's called. It appears from the shadows, teleporting from shadow to shadow, keeping tabs on any and all who've had dealings with the Fae. And should they break their curse, the shadow wolf will kill them.
Why do I feel like any second now we are going to have to just push him further into that cage, shut the door, and defend him? I feel like that's what's going to happen right now.
He won't leave that cage because a shadow wolf will kill him instantly.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, carry on.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. So, wait a second. So anyone that's a were-rat could potentially be killed by this ink wolves or the ink wolves, regardless of whether they personally made a deal with the Fae?
Right.
Yes. Unfortunately,
like even a member of the Vanguard that was a werewolf?
Yes. The whack.
Yep.
So anyone who is like the debt that they're trying to claim, if they can't claim it from me, they'll claim it from my closest relatives, those in my bloodline, aka any lycanthropes.
Oh.
And yep. So then now
we're gonna need to, how do we get in contact? I'm gonna need more info about the Court of the Ledger Leaf.
The Court of the Ledger Leaf, they usually find you, but if they do want to talk to you, it won't be long.
Was
we might have
the one that
with them? Yep.
Thwack is a were-rat.
So is it common knowledge among the Vanguard? Would Yogg actually know that?
I don't know.
Player, but
I feel like he wasn't very shy about it.
Yeah, no, he was super
actually.
Yeah, because there was an episode where he went out with I think the first episode he went out with Co-Raid, and he was like, "What? You're a rat? What is going on with this?"
Yes.
And he was just open about being a were-rat.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, that's right. I bet Yogg knows it. Like he's now like, I'm a part of the Vanguard and like we protect each other.
Right.
Because he's emulating Draven a little bit there. And so he's like, if anything happens to this guy, like there's going to be a debt to be paid. Like not like you're going to owe a debt to me as well as like the court is going to owe a debt.
So the question is, do the hounds stop pursuing if Garvin is killed? Because that'd be a quick fix to our problem, technically. Whether it's a good one, you know.
That's not very Vanguard-y, but it's something Yogg is considering.
Well, Ure is not from the Vanguard, so. But no, she is.
I would be willing to.
Her motivation is to actually kind of help the Vanguard, regardless. So, I probably wouldn't go for that either.
Would this be a thought aloud?
It'd be kind of funny. No, probably not.
I think I've just made eye contact a couple times. I don't think I've said anything out loud. Yogg hasn't, at least.
I'm gonna sign to Garvin. Why are we like? Why should we help you? Like, what do we get from the rainy? Like, why should we help you?
So he's not necessarily gonna understand like your signing. He's just gonna be like, "What is this guy, gang signs?" But after somebody like explains it to him, he's kind of like, "Oh, well, I mean, I didn't want to tell you this, but if I die, my curse, the debt, gets passed to my bloodline. Each and every were rat that I've infected will incur the debt that I currently have now."
It sounds like they have the debt right now.
So the
because I
so
had to
the so
take it.
you
It
dying
doesn't
doesn't
go
pay the
away.
debt.
Right, it doesn't even fix it.
No.
So
How do we?
we need someone in a position of power that's aware for the debt to be paid, basically.
I think that'd be Garvin. He was the one that was able to infect more. So I feel like it'd be him.
So if you were reinstated, that would be another way of fixing this.
Wait, like for him to infect more people?
Yeah, no. At this
Him
point,
to be
really,
put
it's like
back into-
just ask Garvin. Is there a way to fix this? Like, if you were put back in power, would it do it, or is there any other way?
Yeah.
He says, "Well, I don't really know how to fix this except maybe get back on track with my deal." And then he's going to explain to you his deal was to infect other people to become were-rats. That is also going to give the Fae different like powers over those people, but it's essentially just kind of like an energy drain and contractual obligation that they're getting from it. So it's kind of like, what were you thinking?
I want to say to Yogg, ask him, how do we talk to this Fae contact? Like, how do we contact the Fae?
Well, he
how
said
do we
they
contact
him.
Yeah, it's kind of true. We brought it up, and he's like, "Yeah, they'll find you."
Because that's what I wanted to know. Okay, tell me more about the contract.
Yeah.
Write it out. Or do the Fae have it? Was it a written contract you made with the Fae that has like lots of legalese in it?
Yes, absolutely. If the Fae was in front of you at the moment, they'd just fold out a scroll that probably hit the floor.
Can I?
But
you maybe use some trickery or something, or athletics. I want to like pull his arm out for a second and then put it back in.
He will fight you with every fiber of his being to do so, to the point where he would rather gnaw his arm off than allow that to happen. If you force him out of the cage, then so be it. He's not necessarily a strongest man at the moment, but if the gets out of the cage, the anti-magic will stop and he can just be a were-rat. So you might end up having a snarling were-rat in your hands.
But I can't. I just want like one arm through the cage to see if they can sense it, and then like, you know what I mean? Like if it's something like I want to trigger the Fae to come here so I can talk to them. Is what I'm trying to. Is there anything? So, if I even just talk to him first, I mean, that's probably what I do before. Maybe I would try. Is like, is there any way we can get someone here? Because it sounds like we need to have a conversation and maybe discuss this contract.
So to relieve you a bit, Garvin will probably say, "You likely already have their attention. If they need to say anything to you, I'm sure it'll happen soon." And then he's gonna unfold like notes that he's had in his pocket for a little while, and it's gonna say collection interest attempt number 1.
That makes sense.
So that's the collection of interest is him.
But he's gonna just still beg you to hopefully save the were-rats down in the underground from Raven. They don't deserve the fate that I've been given. And that's going to be kind of his final piece, hoping that you'll help.
Okay.
So Raven is just, is he killing them as well, or is he collecting them like he did to you?
Raven is, for the most part, Raven, I'm sorry. Raven Kex. He's killing some of the were-rats for sure, but it doesn't seem like that's his goal with Garvin.
If he dies, do they all die? Or someone else becomes the progenitor that can pass it on? I forget what you said.
So if he dies, nothing happens to other were-rats. What would happen from the perspective of a deal is if Garvin dies, all of the were-rats would then have the same deal, more or less, to be able to infect people, give power to the Fae, and then they would get power in return.
Oh, we don't want that.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a passing of the deal through the bloodline.
Yeah.
Because right now they can't pass it, right? Only him?
No, he's the only one contractually obligated at the moment.
Well, that's better for him to be the only one. Right, so Raven comes here and feeds you sometimes. Like, what's the mechanics of this situation? Or maybe
He
I shouldn't
definitely
get into
doesn't
that.
come here to feed me, but at the moment, between the beatings, he's keeping me safe.
Interesting.
Why?
I'm not sure I should tell you that. He's a bit of a whack job himself. He's been hunting us down, trying to exterminate us, calling us scum, and we don't necessarily deserve to live. He's kind of one of those guys that see magical beings as a scourge.
I mean, he's kind of right. No offense. Present party excluded. Yogg is 0 magical. He is.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cyborn.
I'm just gonna no. Nothing I'm gonna do.
Okay. So what did we? Oh yeah. Okay. We asked why, and so does it seem like Garvin doesn't necessarily know why, or he probably does know and it just isn't telling us? And an insight check is reasonable if you want me to, do that. Of course.
Yeah, if you want to do an insight check for sure.
Okay. All right. I got a +2. Let's see what we got. Dang. 21.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Nice. It seems very much so that he doesn't want to tell you why he's doing what he's doing.
Okay, so I've been, hanging out in the back this whole time, just kind of listening. I'd like to gently walk up to the cage and like kneel down and just kind of like put my hand out in front of him and just kind of like point at my hand, like either let me see your hand or like take mine or something like that.
He'll show you his hand.
Okay, fair enough.
Wait, while you're doing this,
I'll go.
Yogg is gonna lay back and pull out some leaves and like roll them up in a piece of paper and start smoking.
Nice.
Definitely.
Sick. I'll tap
Maybe
my
even like a
hand
snack.
a little bit more like, no, I'm not saying anything though. So, I'll like reach in towards into the cage a little bit even and just kind of like tap my hand. Anything?
He'll tap his hand too.
All right. Fair enough. I'll just kind of stand back up.
I'm gonna reach out.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna reach out to Yogg telepathically. And I'm gonna be like, ask him about those mushrooms out there. That cavern of mushrooms.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'll just stand up and just kind of look down on him, like almost disappointed, but just leave him be.
I'll be snacking on something. Maybe it's like jerky or something, and then I'll pull up the bag of mushrooms that I harvested and been like, so I hear these don't taste that good. Do these have any kind of useful? Is there anything useful I can do with these mushrooms? They're the glowing ones from back out there.
He says, no, you should probably just leave those right there. Maybe kick
Leave
him in
them right
the cage a little.
I'm gonna go. I'll be like, oh yeah, here, but like put them just outside of arm's reach.
He will not
And then I'm like,
reach
take
for
a
it.
He doesn't reach.
big
All right, man.
swig
All right.
of water. Just keep eating.
I'm just like
All right.
like Magnus is sitting here just curious about the fact that we climbed a long ways down a ladder that probably shouldn't have been that long of a ways down the ladder. We come into an area of a cavern with like these glowing mushrooms of all these colors and all that. And he's hearing about Fae from Garvin right now. Like, did we just come through? Are we in a Fae area literally like at this very moment?
Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, interesting.
That would be cool.
Forward.
I thought of that earlier, but I didn't say it.
Not
That was
necessarily.
coming. That's what I was. That's what I'm like. Are we in this like Fae area literally right now? That's why like Magnus was choking on that mushroom. Like oh my god, like that was he could tell that like that didn't taste right.
Unfortunately, no, you're not in a Fae area. Yeah, not
Okay.
specifically.
All right.
All right.
But
I feel
that
like
is kind of all that Garvin has for you.
I was gonna say. I feel like, unless
Yeah.
we become forceful, this is probably the best we got out of Garvin. We could either go into the next place to see if we can find the other were-rats he's talking about, or whatever. What do you guys think?
What has he been eating though? I want to know. Do the were-rats sneak in and feed him?
He looks like this close to starving to death. I'll give you that much.
He hasn't been eating.
Then I'll pull out some jerky, and then like pour a little bit of water out next to it, just outside of arm's reach, and be like, "We might be back," and then just walk out.
Definitely.
It's messed up.
Hey,
But I'm gonna
as,
grab my mushrooms. I'm gonna grab those back.
as we're walking out, Magnus is gonna push him a little further away.
Sounds good.
Gosh. But yeah, I'll follow too into the next bit of wherever this chamber leads, I suppose.
Definitely. And this was just an offshoot of the main tunnel that was going a little bit farther down. As you guys walk out of the offshoot, it seems just like the normal tunnel that you just walked into, but you end up hearing just this, weird melodic tone in your heads, and you hear, I hope he explained our position politely, as you begin to see this person before you.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Looking very stylized, you see a leprechaun.
Whoa. All right.
Oh my god.
My name
Oh.
is Vale Wren's Script. There is a certain person we're looking for, and I believe you might know who we're thinking. There's a bounty upon his head, and, well, there's certainly somebody I think who can help. Would you be able to fetch a little something for us?
Before we can begin any sort of negotiations, I'm gonna need to trade hats with you.
And he's honestly going to love the gumption from you and the need to make a deal. And he says, what is it worth to you? I see your hat's maybe a bit big for my brow, as you guys are the same size. And he's going to say, this one is a custom fit to this dome here. What do you want for it?
I'm gonna pull out my old hat because I'm wearing my new like Mickey Mouse blue one and stuff. I'm gonna pull out the old gray one, and I'm just gonna try to BS that this is like from this long line of like famous wizards that are basically like Gandalf and like all Merlin
Reference the most
and
famous wizards you can.
yeah. But world correct names and stuff. But
Totally.
not that but like it's been like touched by them, but not necessarily, you know what I mean? Like it's been in their presence. And so like, it has a lot of, clout, or it gives the wearer a lot of clout, I mean.
Yeah.
Definitely. So he's not necessarily going to bite for that one specifically, but he is going to tip his hat to you and offer it. He says, for your firstborn? What was your name again, young fellow?
When you say firstborn, do you mean nextborn or firstborn?
Firstborn.
Does the state of my firstborn matter to you? I don't want to try to pull anything over here.
Well, I assure you, if one is dead, they are no longer counting.
First living born.
Yes. See, now we've got it. And he's going to actually flick, and a scroll is going to just start to roll down his arm just a little bit. Should you like to incur a contract, he's just going to here it is. And it's actually quite long. Small letters and everything. If this guy had a profession, he is absolutely a lawyer.
Okay. I think Yag is going to take it and start to pretend like he's reading through it, and then he'll go, let's pause this for a moment, and then set it to the side, and then ask him to put his hat with it to the side.
The concessions for now shall be set to the side, and he's going to put his hat back onto his head, but he's also going to say, I'm asking for a little bit of your help. Should I get it, you shall be rewarded handsomely. But I do want to reiterate, you are now in possession of secured debt property. We can settle this amicably. All we need is Mr. Garvin's termination or an equivalent civic concession on behalf of Enza. Do keep in mind, Enza's signature was also right on the dotted line along with Garvin's as well. Should Garvin end an untimely demise before we are able to take our debt, Enza will certainly be on the contract. And these are magically binding contracts. You can't just renege out of them.
Yeah. So Yag is going to be like, as rewardingly me handsomely, as nice as that sounds, I'm already quite handsome. If these are Fae, you gotta pay attention to the language. So he's gonna say, oh my gosh. So Enza signed with. Sorry, I need to talk out loud for a second. So Enza signed with Garvin. We need to either Garvin. So did you say you would accept Garvin's demise as a fulfilling of the contract? Is that what you said?
Absolutely. Should you bring him to us and we can confirm his death by our hands, then we can absolutely solve this right now.
And alternatively, you said that Enza could... Tell me more about what Enza could do as an alternative, because that might be more worth our while.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, this might be one of the easier solutions that we could manage between the two. 1 night per month. All we need is the Fae market access, And it is going to be an economic boom for both Enza and the Fae themselves. If that sounds just a little bit too much, all we truly ask for is contractual future boons. We shall call upon you for a favor later down the line. Or, if something too ambiguous does not tickle your fancy, all we need is the city's recognition of Fae collection rights. And what that means is the ability to Fae to make and deal in contracts throughout the territory of Enza. These will be legally binding, not only for the citizens of Enza, but Enza itself.
So basically, we get contracts like the one that Garvin got himself and Enza into all over the place.
That's
But
terrible.
if he wasn't a slimy fool, we'd all be rolling in money.
Definitely not willing to owe you a favor. He would say it more nicely than that, but basically, like a favor owed amongst friends would make us friends no more.
Yeah, man. Well, if I don't know what to do here, guys. The other option is Garvin dies. I mean, I hate to say it, but that's a nice option in comparison.
That's not a bad option at all.
But then Garvin said that wouldn't nullify the contract, which is interesting. You know, so like. That would just mean that the contract more or less goes to all of the lycanthropes that have been infected. So if Garvin dies, the debt branches out to them, and then the Fae can collect on those they infect.
Yeah.
That seems much worse for sure. Both options seem really bad.
One Garvin currently sucks. They want 9.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Or the ability to just make these contracts willy-nilly with other fools to capitalize on, more or less.
Because
I think Yog is gonna question.
To make a contract with the Fae, you have to seek them out, like Garvin did, but they're seeking permission for Enza to do contracts fully.
I think Yog is gonna question a little bit that they actually did get Enza to sign off, so he'd like to see the signature from Enza. Where's that signature?
Sure thing.
And he's not gonna say because you're lying, but because, there's been some leadership changes and maybe some of those previous leaders were pretending to be leaders of Enza still.
He'll more than happy flick together a contract that shows a very, very long document of Garvin attaining the alpha lycanthropy status. And for the most part, it's going to be solid tight. There's not a lot of wiggle room unless you specifically are like super into like legalese, right? I'm trying to find that loophole that not even they seen. But for the most part, it's not going to be there.
Okay.
Yeah, would not be able to. But he's the only one that signed, though, is what you're saying. It's Garvin.
It's Garvin of Enza is the signature.
Gotcha. And then
Merchants Guild.
I was going to say earlier, you said
leader.
the Merchants Guild too, which unfortunately is associated directly with Enza. So it's like, that's part of it too.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you're saying we're looking at the thing and we're screwed. We're technically on the list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Garvin straight up co-signed a loan with Enza, and he didn't tell Enza.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Can I communicate with my colleagues privately for a moment?
Certainly, sir. And then as he taps his nose just a little bit, a gigantic, and I mean gigantic, direwolf emerges from your shadow, Yog, and he just hops upon it, and they disappear into the distance. And not just galloping away. I mean, like they portaled into this like weird, and now they're gone.
Oh, I gotta get me one of those.
And this is the Ink Wolf. A wolf that when you break a contract comes for you. It is spawned from the very letters of the contract itself.
Yeah.
That
That thing is sick looking.
so awesome. If
Thank you.
only I had the beast taming whistle with me.
How do I write my contracts where if they get broken, I get one of these to pop out?
Right? Literally. That is so cool. Okay.
I want Fae collection rights for myself. Okay.
What are we thinking?
What
are we
if-
doing here?
So I just realized I've been muted for a while now.
Oh, no.
You have been quite quiet.
That makes sense. You haven't said anything in a while, as far as we know.
wait, let me just say one thing, and then you talk all the things that we missed. What do you guys think if there was no longer a Merchants Guild? How might that affect this contract?
That's a good question. How would we make that happen?
We just tell Enza that they need to abolish the Merchants Guild because they've been making secret contracts with the Fae.
I imagine, from what I can tell, this leprechaun gentleman is going to continue to swindle every possible way to put themselves in a win-win situation. So I imagine that probably won't work, but you never know, and we got to try, you know? So like, I'm not saying we shouldn't pursue that possibility. I'm just saying this stinker's probably got it in the, you know, probably got it covered as a loophole already, maybe.
But also, Garvin used to be head of the Merchants Guild, and even if you did discontinue the Merchants Guild, there'd still have to be some dude who's in charge of trade.
Yeah. We could start a new Merchants Guild.
Right.
Merchants Guild 2.0.
Right.
It's something to think about.
Yeah.
It's not a bad, you know, avenue to pursue, possibly.
So, all right. Did he say that there was no way out of this contract?
Kind of, pretty much. It's basically the options so far are give up Garvin, which basically just means that they have control of many more Garvins other than Garvin at that point.
Yeah.
Or what was the other thing? Oh yeah, make deals so that they can basically open up more contracts freely within Enza.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is definitely bad.
So
also,
so Garvin signed as Garvin of Enza, but Garvin of Enza is from another realm, another world, another realm actually. So in legalese, would Enza, if Enza is not really Enza, because now Enza's in Catarana, this is a whole new
When did he sign it,
world,
though?
right? Are we really Enza still?
But did he sign it when they were here or before Enza came here?
He was not a were-rat on previous Earth.
Yeah.
He is a were-rat on Catarana.
so the deals took place while it was here.
But the
So it's
Fae
the
don't
Catarana.
specifically
So- but then-
exist in
But then as
our
well,
world.
have we gotten this phase name? We haven't gotten this phase name.
Oh, we did.
He
It
did
was
give you his first name.
Veil Script or something like that.
Veilrin script.
Mm-hmm.
That is real name though. That's the thing. I don't think that's his real name. If Faye isn't going to give you their real first name, that's what we're gonna
Could
he's
be.
gonna go by. So like, he's into riddles. All Faye are into riddles.
Yeah.
So we find a way. We create a riddle that tricks him into giving us his name. Like we're like, hey, you know, like what do you think about like just what do you think about riddles? And you know, like the whole Rumpelstiltskin thing.
Yeah, that's true. We could go
and
that
we-
route. Could be fun.
And we trick him, right, into telling us his name, real name, not the name he goes by, and then we now have that power over the Fae to be like break the contract and
I have a darker.
I like where you're, I like that.
kill
It's a
the
fun
Fae?
avenue of thought.
We kill all the were-rats but one, and then we kill Garvin, and so then the contract does pass on, but it passes on to just the one were-rat.
if
That's
Thwack would have
interesting.
just gotten healed.
Oh yeah, because there's gonna be thwack for sure, regardless.
So Thwack would be the one. He would become the alpha, basically. It wouldn't be a whole
But
bunch of them.
if-
It would be just him.
All right, if
But
we
he
don't
didn't
kill him,
infect
what if
people if he didn't infect people on a certain timely basis, then he would be hunted by the wolf himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we could find a loophole for that. Like he could just go and infect people like on their deathbed.
well,
Yeah, you never know. I don't love it, but it's something.
that's like, oh hey, like that's the whole vampire thing. Oh, I'm just gonna infect them, turn them into a vampire rather than their deathbed. Now they're an immortal, almost like. I mean, I don't know where
Right, revitalizes them as a were-rat. That actually kind of makes sense too.
right?
Well, most of them die when they get infected, so he could infect them
but
and then
even
you
if
just
we're-
kill them right after. There are
Yeah,
people
but
about to die. He infects them and then you just kill them.
Okay, so
Extend their life and then take it from them.
Magnet. Oh,
No, I get
man.
it. I get it. It is.
I said this was the darker solution.
No, it's
I didn't say
fair.
it was a
Yeah, I totally
better
get it.
solution.
Honestly.
Darker. That is like, it's, hey, we got a cure for you. You're not gonna die. Oh, here, now you're dead.
Don't tell them.
Uh,
Tell them
yeah,
we're going to put them out of their misery.
There is always this solution. They obviously value their ability to make contracts. How much do they value their own lives? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if we're just like, listen, how about you call this off or we're going to kill you? Like, see what happens,
Oh.
you know?
That wolf, how deadly did that wolf look?
It looked scary to me.
Pretty deadly.
Looks terrible. Yeah, but look at us.
It
We look
killed.
deadly.
It killed a person in one blow.
I could do that. I know. I don't know. That's the craziest. That's the least informed decision, but I feel like that could be a fun one.
The only thing is, if we fight a Fae, like they are all about illusions and all of that type of stuff. So,
It needs to be on our terms,
We-
not. Yeah. You need to take
So-
some
so
mushrooms
again,
first.
so again, like we create a riddle. We create a riddle because Fae love riddles. At least
Yeah.
I don't know. Do Fae love riddles in this realm? I don't know.
Yeah, does it seem like we could get this leprechaun with a riddle?
But like,
you never know. And they are also already gone too, by the way.
Yeah, fair.
well, like gone, like we would be able to get him back. Well,
we'll
no,
just,
like
we'll just do like a clap on
just call-
thing, and he'll probably come back.
yeah, we call his
They're
name.
keeping tabs on you, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm speaking telepathically to my guys, and
Nice.
and they can speak. They can actually speak back with my scion. They can speak back to me telepathically. That's the thing with being a scion.
Whoa,
So-
really? I didn't realize that.
That's cool.
Yeah, the if it understands, it can respond to you telepathically. That is the flavor feature for a scion. So this would have been like the Magnus would have been doing it this. So that's why I didn't. That's why I also wasn't speaking for a lot of it, because I was trying not to let this Fae know. Try to let them know so much about me.
Definitely.
But that's why I'm like I want to keep it, because I don't know where the Fae is at right now. I don't know
Okay.
if they're around.
Sure
But
And
I really
do
think. Go ahead.
I do want to say that the ink wolf has been inside your shadows since you saw the body. Your detect thing isn't going
Yeah.
to work if it's in shadow form,
Yeah.
like currently within your shadow.
Here's a question. Would, if I spent, I mean, I don't know if it really matters, but if I spent some time with the Spellblade feature Sense Magic, which is like you spend a minute focusing your mind and then you can detect within 20 spaces, you can detect Fae and other creatures. But obviously that's like if they're there in person. So I'm not going to feel cheesed if you're like, well, when they're in shadow form, you still can't. But I figured I'd ask.
I feel like that one, since it specifically mentions Fae, then yeah, it would probably work.
Even so, it's not really that helpful because it takes me like a minute to focus to do it. So you never know. But good to know that that might be possible in the future.
Sure thing.
What do you guys think about going and trying to find Raven and see if he knows anything about the Fae?
Oh yeah, the Raven Witcher guy.
Reverend.
Raven, sorry.
Okay.
Raven, Valorant.
Draven, Raven. It's all the same. Rave, Hammer.
Mr. Kex.
Yeah, there you
Yes.
go. Yeah, honestly, we should get him involved for sure. Why not?
Maybe he's crazy, we got to put him down, but maybe he's actually a resource.
Yeah, maybe we can make a friend of him. I mean, he's, for whatever reason, keeping the were-rats alive. So maybe he's already kind of invested and is familiar with what's going on,
Well,
with
he's
what's going
one of
on
them.
here.
He might understand that the contract, if he kills him, will pass to the others and it's going to spawn more.
True. I mean, the
So-
leprechaun approached us. Why wouldn't he have with Raven also?
Yeah. So he might understand the way at least the basics of these contracts work. So he might have an idea.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's the
Temporary
next step.
goals
We
might
just,
be-
yeah, I say that's
be
the
a
next
line.
step. Also, while we're communicating, I'm not saying anything out loud, but Magnus, you 100% are like hearing, still talking minimally, but like you actually are hearing Uray's voice when you're like speaking psionically like that. But I'm only like inputting a couple things here and there and doing my best not to make a big deal of the fact that you're like hearing her talk kind of thing.
Okay.
Also,
I think
she's
also Yogg is going to be signing other things to each other to make it seem like that's how we're communicating. So it's like we're signing thinking that way when he's watching us.
okay.
That was our trick of communicating so he couldn't hear what we were saying, but we're actually communicating telepathically.
Whoa, that's
But
crazy.
he's gonna, that way he'll think that he sees how we're communicating. Hopefully he
Yeah.
won't figure out that we can telepathically communicate.
Lastly, Uray's definitely going to tell Magnus, like just really openly, like, to be fair, I'm not latched onto the Vanguard. I am entirely posing as a member of the Vanguard, and I'm actually from the Solbrax Dominion, and I don't like what they're doing. So I've come here to help with Enza's, dilemmas related to that. And so I'm totally just like, I'm just flying under the radar, and I'm gonna just like basically tell Magnus all that. Just like, so for the record, my name is not attached to Enza, if that somehow helps us.
Oh yeah. Hey, right, and I'm just gonna be like, hey, right on. I don't like the Celebrax much either, from what I've heard about them. So, again, not saying it out loud, but like
Yeah,
just
right.
going like, yeah, like that's cool. I get it. Like, yeah, that's, like I'm not really from. I'm just kind of here just for a good time, anyways. But so do we want to try to go find this Raven guy? Is that what you guys are saying?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I think so.
Yeah.
I feel like find Raven, see what he's got up his sleeve, if anything.
Also,
Maybe we can team up.
I'm gonna.
Sir Titus is a werebear. Just so we. Anyways, continue.
Yeah. So there's kind of like just one direction to move down. It's the main hallway, more or less, that is still kind of going in a downward slant, right? And it takes you another 5-10-ish minutes to get all the way down to what starts to appear to be an opening. And it starts opening up bigger and bigger and bigger into this larger cavern, actually. And as you start to like crest just over the first hill created by the path, this is what you see.
Whoa.
There's a miniature bazaar down here, deep, deep in the depths. There's quite the nightlife, and it actually looks like it's been here for some time.
Oh wow!
Stop
Didn't
making
expect
such
that.
interesting things.
I know, right? Didn't see that coming either.
Like everything, I'm so distracted by. We can't move the narrative forward if I just want to interact with every little thing.
Right? Oh,
In the
wait.
first stall, you're going to see a couple of small, weird creatures you've never seen before, totally locked in cages. They might be alchemical things. They might be somebody's pet. And in the next couple of stalls, you're going to see some potions that swirl with a weird glow that's gold, but it's also chased by a black glow at the same time. And as you just go down through these stalls, more eclectic, strange, and downright illegal things that you'll see throughout these stalls.
Downright illegal.
Can I come back to do some shopping?
Well, no one has given you the stink eye yet. You can guess that they don't exactly keep people out of this area. It's kind of like a open, free flea market type of a thing, but it's kind of a hush-hush type of a thing as well. So it might just be an invite-only area, but if you got here, thumbs up, you made it.
True.
This is the best group to be here, by the way, for this.
Yep, that's
Right, yeah.
absolutely what I said at the beginning. I
I'm
was
gonna
like, you know
look
what?
around and be like, we didn't see this. Like, we're not reporting this.
Just like look at Yogg and just like solid nod, like, yeah.
Magnus is breaking out his concertina, and he's just gonna start, like he's
Yeah.
feeling it. He's feeling it, and I'm gonna be playing as we're walking through.
The mood is
I'm
welcome.
gonna be juggling. Like,
Yeah.
make it look like we're a little entertaining group.
Definitely.
I'm just gonna pull the hat down further and just be like, I don't know them. Hiding. It's
And
funny.
Is there anything that would be of like value or interest that might catch like our eye as we're walking?
Sounds like
yeah, lots of things, really.
Right.
Like magical value.
Yeah, sure. So, like, if you were gonna walk past, let's say, like the 5th booth, right? You're gonna start looking at this magic chest. It begins to glow just a little bit, but as you look just a little bit closer to it, right? Smiles at you with these jagged teeth.
Wow.
Oh,
And that's the first thing that
real
catches your eye.
Life mimic.
yeah. We're like, oh, yo, sick. Look at the chest over here.
As you point, I'll like slap your arm, like don't point.
Great pet.
All right.
That's
Hey,
awesome.
I just want to see if there's anything curious right there. All right. What do you guys want to do?
We are
Good question.
looking for the list of names, right? Because that'll basically be how we find Raven. Mr.
Yes.
Kex.
Yep, you got about a list of 9 different names. Those are the were rats. You could probably guess that they'd be somewhat well known, at least down here.
All right. Quick recap. We've had a lot go on, I feel like.
Yeah, I like all of it, but there's a lot.
Oh my gosh. I'm this part right here. Oh man. Okay, so we were in the district, Merchant Guild district. Love it.
Sorry, it worked when I changed the background. That doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Keep going.
That's funny.
Watching carts get unloaded. Notes got passed to you, basically letting us know some stuff about Garvin.
Yeah.
We talked to
Raccoon
Herger.
and
Herger led it to the abandoned building. On the way to the abandoned building, we came across the body attacked by a wolf. We now know one of the ink wolves.
Right. Yes. I actually didn't get that far to put that together yet, but that makes sense.
Right. So we went to the abandoned building. We climbed down some stairs for a long ways. Longer than probably should be possible, I would think.
Yeah, physically.
Then we come into a cavern of like all these like luminous fungi. Walk further, come up to a room that Garvin's in a cell of his own doing, basically, by sigils that protect him from being tracked by the court of Ledger Leaf. Then there's this other guy, Raven.
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 Raven, I think, yeah.
that's essentially protecting Garvin a little ways,
It seems like possibly. We don't know why. But also,
but
like,
is also
hunted him.
Yeah, but is also killing were-rats.
Yes. So it's likely, but not definitive, that this person has already talked with the leprechaun as well.
Yeah, but then we come across the leprechaun, which is the name that we were given was what again?
Val something script. Vale.
They Loren script.
They Loren Grip.
All right, Mr. Script.
And then they offer, we give Garvin up, then all the powers go to the rest of the rare rats, or
Right.
we go into a contract with the Fae to basically give them more stuff in Enza.
Yeah.
We just owe them a favor.
Yes, that was part of it too. It'd be both, I think.
Well, there's 3 options for Enza. It's once a month. There's a night-long market run by the Fae in Enza. 2, we call on you for a favor at a later time. And then 3, as all Fae contracts made on Enza soil is done in good faith and also endorsed by Enza as well. It's just a little bit more legalese to make the magically binding contracts work in a larger area, because you'd have to go out of your way to seek a Fae. But if they have a location for people to, like, you know, be around and be like, hey, can I have that donut? You know, they'd probably be like, for $1 and your soul.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the definitive worry is that they're just gonna sucker a bunch of people into some real bad contracts, and it'll end up a mess later anyway. So
Exactly.
So we got a list of 7 to 9 were-rats from Garvin. We know that one of them's been killed possibly already. Like, I'm assuming the one up. Like, does
Yeah.
Garvin, like the list that we got from Garvin, is it like an updated list? You know what I mean? Like, how many of these have been already killed already?
good question.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, because we know that a few have already gone missing. Not necessarily that they're dead, but we know that the one that we found is dead, obviously. So at least one possibly from the list are already dead. Yeah.
What is
okay.
our plan here to find Raven?
Good question. I say we just ask around, you know?
Yeah.
Ask around. Maybe at some point he'll come back to where Garvin is.
Well, you can assume you have a list of the names of his targets. And if he was trying to find those people and you're trying to find those people, those are probably the same steps you probably have to take.
That's true. That's true. So I imagine if we poke around trying to find those on the list, we might end up finding Raven the easiest that way.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
And for the record, I'm not necessarily trying to cap this one off early, but I'm down to make this a double session game as well, for the record.
Let's try to set the scene for next time, right? So for the most part, it's a very, very broad bazaar of just different things going on here. And bazaar is definitely the right word for it. You could probably find just about anything in this black market. As you guys do search the different stalls asking for these different names, you get a couple of weird looks while you're asking for this specific list of names. And some people are even like, well, why is everyone looking for these people? And they start to kind of like point you in the right direction as you start to move towards the Cantina district. And you're going to see the bar.
Oh, cool.
This right here.
Ooh.
You're going to see a couple of shady individuals sitting down at the end, and a lot of people just kind of like gathered around in the stalls doing their normal business. As you see a couple of just different shady type of people, you'll see this cloaked individual move across from the bar, be incredibly discreet, make a slight motion towards somebody's drink, and continue to walk away. This somebody takes a sip of their drink. They begin to just foam at the mouth and die at the seat. The individual that just poisoned that individual is Ravrin.
Oh, totally him.
Ravrin. Avrin.
Okay.
Ravrin correct. He's a very rough and tumble type of guy, but that was probably the smoothest, slickest, and quickest thing you've ever seen. Not even the people around him understood that he was the one that did that, but you guys were specifically looking for this, so you just barely glimpsed it. He's taken out another one of his targets. It's clear to see that that's one of the were-rats that was on your list, and that's where we're gonna end it.
Okay.
Oh
awesome.
man.
I know. As soon as we come back, first thing, we got to run to that guy that's foaming at the mouth real quick and see if we can get anything out of him before he dies. Don't forget.
I gotta go talk to this guy. That guy's dead. He's fine.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Also, I feel like Ray probably has a crush on this guy.
I don't want to stop right here.
I know, right?
Good. That'll be good.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
Okay. Oh, there's so much to go with this.
I know, right?
All right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why we have to stop.
Yeah.
Excited.
Dude is sick looking, by the way. Look at that.
Yeah.
Thank you. And we didn't necessarily get to like do any role play for like talking to some of the like merchant stalls or whatever, but one of the jokes that I had lined up for that type of talk was, someone would probably be like, "So how long's this been going on down here?" And then one of the merchants would be like, "Oh, we've been down here for years." Enza's only been around for like 6 months to a year. "Oh, we've been down here for years. We've been keeping this thing going for a while. I mean, shoot, when that big city showed up, everybody about shit, but then we're good." Because it like plops right on top of the.
So basically, this place existed before Enza. It's just coincidence that Enza's on top now, and the tunnel
Enza
is probably
is the
relatively
dead
new.
center. Enza is the dead center to all 4 of the other empires. This is the perfect location for a black market to exist between all of them.
Oh shoot!
And then
Whoa,
here-
interesting. Interesting.
All right. So I was gonna say like if we were talking to these like market stall like all these people that we're asking about these where we're at. So I was gonna be asking like, hey, has there been anyone else coming around looking for these people?
Right.
Or asking
Mhm.
about these names? Like, can you tell us what they look like and all of that?
Basically, they would have been like, "Oh yeah, that guy that we just found.
Yeah.
He's been
Because I
asking."
was hoping it was gonna lead us to like him sooner, type of thing. Like, oh yeah, that guy was just here like X amount of little bit ago.
Yep.
That's what I was hoping to get to. Man. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
where we're at right now, we just watched him poison someone. We still have him in our sight.
Yep. He kind of like dipped off to the side, kind of just off to one of the different seats or stalls in the bazaar.
Nice. Okay. Fun. I'm
And I
excited
will
to pick it
also
back
say,
up.
somebody dying in the middle of the street doesn't necessarily phase too many people either.
Yeah. So interestingly, I'm realizing that this place, this whole little like bizarre underground situation here, might be the most. This might be the location of the most unity between all of the city states or city nations that now have
Oh,
political
wow.
discourse. You know what I mean? So like this might be the place where they're the most united, which is interesting. Moving into that too.
Oh.
You
And
know?
now you got the black market faction and the Fae faction.
Sick. All right. Very cool. I think that's a good place to call it though. That's fun. That'll be a fun setup for next time.
I need a shopping episode now. I've never wanted one, but
Right?
I can
Now I
imagine
do.
if we pick up more or new or different players. Well, I imagine all of us will be here again. But if we pick up other players,
Yeah.
it's like somewhat reasonable that the Vanguard may have heard one way or another that this was going on and literally just sent more people. Like they just meet up with us and be like, "What's happening?" Like I can see that.
yeah,
Cool.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
this is
the-
crazy.
the Kunanun could have gone
Oh,
and
yeah.
let him know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. 100%.
I didn't do that for that reason necessarily, but actually that lines up pretty well.
And it may not be the safest location for them, but the Kunanun would be able to assimilate down here fairly well.
Yeah,
Makes sense. All
there
right.
needs
Cool.
to be a whole pack just for this place.
Yeah. All right, guys. Very cool. I look
Yeah.
forward to wrapping
Yeah.
this thing up with a pretty little bow in the
Alex,
session.
Thanks again, Alex, for getting me all hyped up to just leave me on this huge cliffhanger here.
Right.
That is like,
Definitely.
God, you're good at these cliffhangers, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like the way you ended the one, right? With the Pharaoh coming in, and you're like, okay, that's it. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
And then
What do you
now-
mean?
And then now, like you kind of get us through the whole market thing, and you're like, oh yeah, now you watch this. This guy died, and this is who did it. It's like, what?
Yeah,
That is good. Definitely good.
Sick.
Appreciate
is
you,
awesome,
Alex. This
Alex.
was
Yeah, you-
really good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. I'm invested.
Hey, you guys voted for this one.
yeah.
Yeah,
Kudos to
I-
us, I guess. You don't
Yeah,
even
we're
get
awesome.
credit. It's our
Yeah, no,
We're the
I-
ones that, yeah.
Yeah.
We put together a good game here today, guys. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
It was our idea.
All right, guys.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey guys, it was fun. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
same here. Yep, same here. Thank you guys very much.
Try to have a good night, y'all.
All right, you
All
guys
right.
have a good one.
See ya.
Later.